looking at me.
Hey everyone, so as you know, this is the final video of the decade, also the final video of 2019. So as you can see in the show after once again a 6-month wait, and we're finally back in these beautiful cars that everyone hates. So starting on pole, we're just gonna get off the line once more, well maybe like 17 more times in this video, but see how many we get done. But into the first corner, any chaos gonna happen? Well, one chaos is I'm gonna basically overshoot it, because this is the first race I did after 6 months of waiting. So we dropped down to dead last. We immediately started working our way up. We immediately gained 1 place. Then go on the hunt to 10th, which was pretty simple. He just let the move go straight away. And then 9th place is now up ahead. It's the British driver trying to think of when to make a lunge or not make a lunge. But no, he's held that inside. But as I say held the inside, someone gets assassinated into the corner, and the guy on the left apparently gets a 2-second penalty, and I don't know if he rammed the Audi into it. I didn't actually see. But attempting the inside was barely going to work, so I waited a little, then got the move done. So nearly past the Audi, and there we go, past the Audi. So as I was saying a minute ago, this is the last video of the entire decade, and it is very sad. We'll never see 2019 ever again, as it just get punted off because the British driver hates missing 2019. But moving on forward, I have a few goals for 2020. Planning to get to 200 subscribers in the first week, which is also a school week, so maybe we'll get 200, maybe not, who knows. Also, the next goal is maybe get 300 subscribers by the end of the year. I really think we can do it, as we were so close for 2 consecutive years. So I believe we can get to 300, even higher. And my goal is also to get to A+ by the end of January as well, and I'll be streaming that as well, just to entertain people as well, because we will get lots of views on that as well. And if we get higher with driver rating, we'll be able to head into higher lobbies. And that's something I desperately want to do, as this is probably the last year of Gran Turismo Sport before they stop working on it and bring out Gran Turismo 7. And everyone in the GT community is very excited for it, and we have no idea what it's going to be, but it's going to be very good possibly, or maybe very bad, but who knows. So looking up the field ahead, you got someone in 3rd who's fallen down into 4th, the Spaniard. So just talking through this a little bit of what my goals are, instead of actually talking through the race, but I think I'll go back to the race now. Behind the Spaniard in 4th, seeing if I can find a way past, but trying to do every move I can. He almost put the corner, but he kept 2 wheels on, so didn't work. I'm trying to pretend that I'm going for a move to see if he's going to defend harder. It sort of worked, but he didn't actually make a mistake. So I'm in a slipstream now. We set the fastest lap of the race, really in a slipstream now. He's gonna hug the right side and then come across into the middle, into the braking. I couldn't brake that late because I'd be sent to the Shadow Realm again. And a bit of door banging, no harm done really. Just trying to see if I can hang this on the outside. It is possible if you have the good sportsmanship, but as you can see, taking an attempt of it, and we just get taken off the track instead. So attempt number 2, I'm gonna try it again. This time someone else has the fastest lap instead of us. This time he's going to immediately come into the middle. I could have just lifted off and then gone to the right, but I didn't want to. But holding on the outside, trying to do this move nicely, immediately get knocked off. So I decided that it was kind of something I had enough of, because he was starting to do it on purpose now. So I immediately went for a lunge as it was there, but he immediately decides to turn in as if I'm nowhere in sight. And then he just does not like what I did, pushes me onto the grass, and I was like, you know, I've had it with him, so just going to absolutely destroy him. As you can see, Kapow comes up, destroying that rear right side, and moving up to finish fourth. So race number 2 now. Gonna see if this is any better. It was a very long time to get to the light, but eventually it did go green. This time, gonna see if we won't mess up the first corner, because we actually have someone in front of us to know when to brake, or just looking at the corner this time. So, as we can see, immediately someone is lagging like crazy. You just see them flying into the first corner, and then just peep out in front of us. And I got so distracted by that I ended up down to 4th. And the guys behind probably got distracted as well, but this laggy player is all around the track, and look how much time I'm losing to the guys in front, just because I'm focused on him. I don't know if I'm going to get any contact the rest of the dance frames, so that's why I was cautious. But immediately catching up to these guys, going for a move on the Spaniard, and we definitely made that work. He flashed his light, I just put the hazard on so he could just stop flashing at me, because it gets very irritating. But as we come down onto the grass, lucky enough to avoid that, and what's new? I get pushed all the way onto the grass. He only got a 5-10 penalty, so I also want to get my revenge. So I was going to ram him, but he decided to brake check instead. So sort of worked out, but I get a 5-second penalty. But I didn't really care, because I ended up in 3rd place anyway. So race number 3 now. And this time we're going to start on pole once again, getting off the line reasonably well. No one else got a better start than me. Me in second basically got the exact same start. The guy behind has my slipstream, so he'll get a bit closer. And I don't know what happened with this guy in second, but he just acted as if I'm the corner and he didn't see me. But that was a very boring race in the end. We finished first. The first race to win in this video. Race number 4 is next. We start off pole again, and for this time the guy in second is an A+ rated driver, so that's our futuristic goal for January. So my goal is to just keep him behind me, and my points actually get boosted up. So normally at the end of this race I'd get about like 500 or 400 if it's like all lower rated lobbies. But when you have like multiple A rated, you get 6 or 650 points. In this I was getting 900 just because of the A+ rated. So finished in first, pretty clean race. We get ourselves 34 wins and extra points. This time we're starting in 3rd. The guy in front of us was actually in the top 10 of this, so surprised that I was starting this close behind him, and I actually kept up with him. So as you can see, the Megane, of course, going in the sweaty Megane, immediately taking out the Frenchman, and alongside him now into the second corner. And he's really trying to hold it around, but then he decides to back out in the last moment he can, because it was probably going to end up in chaos, but he can fight this another time. And let's see, a bit of lag there, and when lag happens in this, it makes me very irritated, because as you all know, I've gotten a disconnect several times now. You saw in the last stream, or 2 streams ago, where I actually streamed some races on this. They kept getting disconnected, so I just ended the stream there on the spot because it wasn't going to work out. So when it lags, it gets a bit annoying, but thankfully no disconnects for me. We finished in second, and we go on to, I don't know, race number 5 maybe, or 6. But getting off the line, The guy in third gets a much better start alongside me now into the first corner, and he definitely has the move, but this is what happens when you start on the outside of the track. All that would happen, and it was just the worst position ever. So immediately lunging back up on the Audi, we actually made that one stick, and then he actually rams me for no reason into the back of the Megane. So the Megane has lost places and immediately goes back against the Audi. We're going past the Scirocco now, so we've immediately gone up to 5th again, and coming after another Audi. And as I said before, the main, I think almost every car was a German car. Actually no, as I say that, there's only 4 cars you could use, and 2 of them were German and then the other 2 are French, so I don't know what I was saying there. But majority of people in many of these races actually went with German cars. The top 10s were all Scirocco's, because it is actually the best car to choose, and it's actually probably the best FF car in this game if you have to have it limited or something. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Everyone else would have different ones, but I definitely like choosing the Scirocco. Coming against the Peugeot in the RCZ, going through the lunge, and she's going to try and make the move. I had to put the power down slightly, just making sure I don't understeer, and then we keep that position. So very nice way to be in the first 11 minutes of this video. So we're halfway through these races now, and we have a second part of it coming up maybe after the new year. Send the fastest lap in the end, and I'm happy with that. I'm not even counting these numbers anymore, but definitely over 10 races, or 12 maybe. Immediately getting a better start than the guy in second, HRT Mikey. And the chaos that would have started on me for the outside basically missed out on me because I was in a different area, so I was safe a little. And Mikey doesn't go for an assassination, so we're good there as well. So now on to the third lap. I wanted to actually try get past this Frenchman in a more of a easy way. So far I actually haven't got that to happen. I was always behind him, and this time I almost had it work. We're still alongside into this first sector, which surprisingly is just one corner. And I end up taking the lead of the race, but it barely will last because this guy's way faster than me. He almost, I think he bumps me, or nearly does, into the break-in. Definitely did basically overshoot that, but he's still alongside me, and he's coming into this corner now, basically running a bit wide. He gives me a nudge a little, and Mikey gives me a boost as well. So going outside down because he hit me, or it's because of the Frenchman. We both make contact because he slightly turned in on me. Mikey just turns in on me completely. But I was fine with that because these cars understeer. And unless you know exactly how to master this car, you will understeer. And I have mastered it, that's why I didn't understeer into the grass when he did that to me. But moving on now to the final lap, this is what happens in the worst way possible. So the Frenchman makes a slide, he decides to cover this, then he actually decides to go to take a different corner. Then when he saw me not going, he decides to basically block me, and that happens. We just both spin out. Well, I went on the gravel, and thankfully the game understood. He got what he rightfully deserved, and he got himself that penalty. Don't know what it was, but he got one. So off the line again, very poor start, and there's probably going to be even poorer because this is basically what will happen if you start off the outside. You'll just get lunged all over. Well, not really, but sort of. Basically, the guy in front of me basically went full on, and I got an SO down from that, and I have no idea what physics is in this game anymore, but You get SR down for no reason. You get 8-second penalties for touching someone. And speaking of penalties, I get pushed off the track, and karma was greatly served, and the person who did that got himself a penalty. I think it was 3 seconds maybe. But now we have to make our way back up again, and I'm very good at that because I've done it every single time. So we went to 11th, immediately gained 2 places, and then we gained ourselves the 3rd position from the person who deliberately took us out, so they got themselves karma. And just basically pushing a little to try catch up to the drive in front. We make the British driver in front of us make a mistake and run wide, and he had a speed compromise. The German as well went wide, so I made that one work as well. Bit of contact, but it worked out for me and him, I guess. But further down the line, we're just going to try stay in whatever section we have with the guys in front. And obviously things don't always go to plan, but he goes for a lunge. I saw it coming, so I faked it so he doesn't turn right into me. And we just go back right up to 6th place. So not much happens on the rest of that lap. We move on to lap 3, and I decided to fake myself going into that corner, and I thankfully got that to work. He messed it up because he thought I was going to go for a lunge, so he tried defending, and we move up to 5th place in the most aggressive way because I think we did collide a little, but he turned in, but we still get ahead. So I decided to do the same thing again to see which one of these people will fall for it. Neither of them really fell for it. It was just the German that couldn't turn in because the guy in front of me, I don't even know what flag it is anymore, but they were there. And this is what annoys me. So he blocks me in one way, blocks me in another, brake checks me, and just sends himself off because he brake checked me. But thankfully I got no penalty again. And as I say that, I do actually cut the corner and get myself a ½ second penalty. And the guy behind would not stop ramming me, and we all know where that came from Scrapper a few weeks ago. But now we go into 5 AM races, and there's only 8 people in this race, which is the lowest amount of people well, not really, the lowest I've seen is 4. That wasn't even in the European region, it was the American region. But this is the lowest I've seen in the European region, and it was kind of boring. But well, as I say boring, the guy in second just completely takes himself down the order. And I decided to take myself down the order as well, just to make him not feel bad. And I spin out in the most amateur Sebastian Vettel way ever. So I moved down to second. And the reason why it was actually hard to get out the power, as I say that, going for a lunge, just not really a lunge, it was just entering the corner. There's like 5 ways to enter that corner, and he did it in one way, so he faked it to think I was going to knock myself out. And an outside overtake once again, that was a very nice one. And we come home for the race win. So I think that was all the races we had, and all I can say is that these were all very fun. So oh wait, never mind, take that back, there is actually one more I have. So yeah, we have one more race to do. Probably going to be the shortest one out of all of them, like 20 seconds long, because not much is going to happen. So let's just see what goes down here. So never mind, Spaniard goes in for a whack on me, and that's literally the only thing that happened. And then we just drive off into the distance to the end, along with a back marker. Probably the shortest race we had, so with any entertainment. So that's it, guys. All the videos done for this entire decade. I really hope you enjoyed all the content I had for you this entire year. Really hope you enjoyed. Make sure you smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe to see our journey to A+ in January for the start of this decade. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.